In this RadarOpus tutorial, I'm going to show you how to perform a comparative extract. So you're probably wondering, what is a comparative extract? Well, what a comparative extract allows you to do is to search the terms of your choosing through the homeopathic literature of your choosing, and then get a graphical analysis. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, let's say you want to know what is the most fearful remedy based on the homeopathic literature. We can perform a comparative extract that will search through all of the homeopathic literature of your choosing. You can choose to search all documents or very specific documents, and you can extract the remedies that have been referenced to being fearful or having fear. Okay? Let's say that you want to do the same thing for what is the most anxious remedy, or which remedies are most closely referenced in the homeopathic literature to anxiety. You can perform a comparative extract to those terms. Shall we do it? Let's do it. So now that we're in our RadarOpus program, all we need to do is click on the search icon, and that's going to pull up the search window. Let's say we want to do a comparative extract of fear. So I just start to type in fear, and I'm just going to perform a normal search just like I usually would. So I just type in fear, and I just do my double enter key, okay? And right now, as you can see, it's searching in all documents that I have available in my RadarOpus program. And it's searching all the repertories, all the materia medica, all the references that I have for the word fear. Cool. Now what I can do is I can click on this. You've probably been wondering, what is that icon that is on that page? And don't we dare click it. You know, who knows what it might do? Well, now you know. All you need to do is click on that graphical. See, it looks like a little graph. All you need to do is click on that. And right now, it's now comparing and extracting all of those resources that we have in our program to each of the individual remedies. So we see that based on fear, aconite is the remedy that is most closely referenced to fear. Arsenicum is number 2, calcarea is number 3, stramonium, lycopodium, etc., going right on down the list. Okay. Now, just since we're here, another little feature that you might be curious is, let's say you're wondering, oh, I wonder where natmur fits in this line. Well, I can type in natmur, I can click on it, hit enter, and it will take me straight to natmur. So I can see where it falls in this line, and somewhere, what is that, about maybe 600-ish, compared to our initial of about 800. So if you're wondering where your remedy is, you can always just type it in if you don't see it, and it will take you straight to that remedy in the graphical analysis. Okay, so let's do this again, and this time let's do it with anxiety. So I'm going to close out this window. I'm going to go back to my search. I'm now going to click this to clear my search. And I'm just going to close this out just so we can do a total learning experience. And we'll start from square one. So now I'm back in just my general program. And I know that I want to do a comparative extract of the term anxiety. Okay, so what am I going to do? First thing I'm going to do just as I would like any regular search. I'm going to click on my search icon. It's then going to open up the search engine. I'm then going to type in anxiety. And just as I typically would, I'm going to do a double enter on my keyboard, and it's now performing a search of anxiety through all of the repertories, all of the materia medica. What's next? Well, you probably know. In order to do a comparative extract of the term anxiety, now that I've searched for it, all I need to do is click on the little graph, and it's going to perform an extraction. And it's going to be comparing anxiety, the term anxiety, with all of the remedies in all the repertories, all the materia medica that are in my program. And so we see here that the number one most anxious remedy, no surprise, is arsenicum. Arsenicum has the highest references in the homeopathic literature for anxiety. Second to aconite, and then phosphorus, calcarea, pulsatilla, lycopodium, sulfur, nux vomica, so on and so forth. Okay? So that's how you perform a simple comparative extract. Are you ready for level 2? Of course you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out all these windows so we can start from scratch. Let me open up my search. I'll do that again. So let's start totally from scratch. Now, we were just doing a comparative extract for a single term, okay? Just anxiety, just fear. But let's say you want to do something a little bit more complex, and you've got a case that happens to have fear with dog, fear with dark, fear with ghost, or fear with alone. So you want to not just have fear, but you want to hone in on the specific type of fear for the case that you have in front of you. Well, not to worry. What we can do is we can do a complex comparative extract where we're not just looking for a single term, but rather where we're looking for a group of terms or multiple groupings of terms. Are you ready? Let's do it. So let's do our search, okay? And now let's do, I'm just going to, just for simplicity's sake or complexity's sake, whichever you prefer, I'm now going to go to an advanced search mode, okay? And now we're going to search in this style. How did I get there? Again, clicked on search. I clicked on the multiple little dots here, and this opens up an advanced search. Simple search, advanced search. Simple search, advanced search. Now I'm going to start typing in some words. Let's go ahead and let's just start with one of them. Let's just do fear. And we're going to put fear in the first box. And let's say we want to do dog. So now what I'm asking the search engine to do is to look for references that have fear and the word dog. So it's now searching through all of the literature for fear and the word dog, be it in a reference or in a rubric or whatever the case might be. Okay? So if I want to do a comparative extract of fear and dog, I can now do that. I've got my search pulled up. Let's do a comparative extract, and let's see which remedy has the closest reference with fear of dogs. And you might be surprised that belladonna is number 3, but it is. We've got tuberculinum, we've got stramonium, we've got belladonna, and so on and so forth that all have the strongest references in our homeopathic literature to fear of dogs, or fear with the word dog. Okay? Now, we've already done a single comparative extract of just the word fear, just the word anxiety. We've now taken it to level 2, where we've done a comparative extract of the terms, group of terms, fear and dog. To reinforce this, why don't we do one more, where we do fear of dark. Okay, so we're going to close this out. I'm going to clear this out just for learning's sake. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go back to search. I'm going to go back to an advanced search. And let's do fear, what did I say, of dark? Let's do fear of dark. Double enter. And now we're performing a search of fear and dark in all of the documents. I now can click on the comparative extracts. And now it's going to compare and see which remedy has the greatest reference with fear and dark. And no surprise, it's stramonium. Stramonium, then phosphorus, then metarhinum, then aconite, etc. Okay? Pretty cool, isn't it? It kind of can be helpful. If you've got a patient who's come in and that's like their characteristic thing, you can get a snapshot look at the homeopathic literature, what it suggests could be a well-indicated remedy for that particular person. So it helps give us insight as the homeopathic prescription. Okay, are you ready? We're now going to go to level 3. We started with, and I'm just going to clear everything out, we started with doing just a single term, just fear, just anxiety. Then we took it to level 2, where we did fear of dogs, fear of dark, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take it to level 3, where we're going to do fear of dark, fear with the word dark, and fear of dogs, and fear of, how about, what did we not do? Alone, okay? So we'll do all 3 of those in one comparative extract. It's so much fun. You're going to love it. Let's click on the word search. And again, where do we go? We're doing something more advanced, so we're going to click on our advanced search. And we're going to start with our first grouping. So our first grouping is going to be fear and dog. Double enter. It's now performing a search through all documents for fear and dogs. Great. Now what do we want to do? We want to do a new search, an additional search for fear of dark. So I click on the magnifying glass plus, which means open up a new search, please, RadarOpus, and it will. I've now got a new search. I can see fear and dog are right here. In my new search, I want to do fear and dark. And my double enter, and now it's searching all the homeopathic literature for fear with the word dark. And guess what? We want to do one more. So what are we going to do? Click on the new search. I'm now going to start typing in fear. And what was our last one? I think we did alone, fear and alone. Double enter. And now it's searching for fear and alone. Okay? So we've got fear and dog, we've got fear and dark, and we've got fear and alone. Now we want to do a complex comparative extract with all three of these grouped terms. Guess what we're going to click on? Your favorite graphical analysis icon. Ba-bum, bum, bum. We click on that, and it's now searching first for fear of dog, now fear and dark, and now it's doing fear and alone. And we can see that with all three of those combined terms, the most referenced remedy happens to be stramonium. The second most referenced remedy happens to be phosphorus, then arsenicum, then lycopodium, etc. So by using the search function in this way, it gives you insight into the best referenced, most indicated, based on a homeopathic literature, remedies based on the search terms that you select. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day.